Imagine visiting a zoo, expecting to see animals behind fences. But instead, you find people, entire families sitting inside fake villages, children staring back at crowds, men and women being watched, laughed at, and photographed like attractions. Not criminals, not prisoners, human beings. And this wasn't some ancient civilization. This happened in Europe and America less than 100 years ago. They called them human zoos. In the late 1800s, European empires controlled massive parts of Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. Colonial powers wanted to show the world the people they had conquered. So they began transporting indigenous men, women, and children across oceans and displaying them at world fairs, exhibitions, and zoos. Entire fake villages were built. Visitors paid money to watch people cook, dance, eat, and simply exist. Millions attended these exhibitions. Some came out of curiosity, others came to feel superior. These exhibitions weren't presented as cruelty. Organizers claimed they were scientific, a way to educate society about primitive cultures. But the truth was darker. The people on display were often treated as if they were closer to animals than humans. Newspapers described them using racist language. Scientists measured their bodies, crowds pointed at them, children threw objects at them, and slowly an entire system of dehumanization became normal. One of the most heartbreaking stories was a man named Oda Benga. Born in the Congo, he lost his family during colonial violence. In 1904, he was brought to the United States. At first, he was displayed at the World's Fair in St. Louis. But later, something even worse happened. Oda Benga was placed inside the Bronx Zoo, displayed beside primates. Visitors laughed at him, mocked him, stared at him through bars. Some newspapers called him the missing link, a human being reduced to a spectacle. Many people forced into these exhibitions never returned home. Some became sick from unfamiliar climates. Others died during tours across foreign countries, far away from their families, their language, their world. And yet the crowds kept growing, because when cruelty becomes entertainment, people stop asking questions. How could millions of ordinary people accept something so disturbing? Because society taught them that some humans mattered less than others. Fear, racism, and colonial propaganda slowly changed the way people saw humanity itself. When a society repeatedly labels people as different or uncivilized, empathy disappears. And once empathy disappears, almost anything becomes possible. By the mid-20th century, human zoos slowly disappeared. Wars exposed the dangers of racism and dehumanization. The same world that once celebrated these exhibitions began pretending they had never happened. But history matters because forgetting the past makes it easier to repeat. Human zoos were never just about cages. They were about power, about deciding who deserved dignity and who didn't. And maybe the most disturbing part is this: the people visiting those exhibits believed they were civilized.